because that is holding you back because you don't think you're worthy, you don't think you can do it, or you're worried about what everybody else thinks. And everybody else does not pay your freaking bills. Welcome to the Obsessed or Not Interested podcast. I am your host, Mindy Wonder-Querio, and I'm a small town go-to girl next door who is obsessed with helping others see more for themselves so they can thrive in all areas of life. I love researching all the things like wellness, mindset, relationships, you name it. If I'm obsessed with it, I get hyper-focused on it and I research the crap out of it, and then I share it with you. If those are things that you're also obsessed with, then keep listening and let's become new best friends. Welcome, everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, whenever you're listening to this. Today is just going to be a very laid back episode, a solo episode. I don't know. You guys let me know what you like. Do you like the interviews or do you like the solo episodes? What I've been hearing is you guys like a mix. Some of you rather just like the solo episode. So I just want to hear from you. So go to my Instagram and write me a DM. Or if you're on Spotify, you can just like comment below, I believe, when it says, what do you think about this episode? Write me a comment there. I check those, by the way. And I just want to provide you guys with what you like. But today, what are we going to talk about? Let's get to the point. Is I'm going to take you through what I would do if I was doing a one-on-one mentorship call. So this is going to be like you and I. Let's pretend like you're sitting in front of me and I'm just met you. I know nothing about you, and you asked for me to help you kind of like in a life coaching situation, and you have some goals you want to achieve, and I'm going to just take you through like a generic version of how I would do that. So for those of you who don't know, I have been mentoring women for over 15 years, and I have been doing it only strictly within my business. I have a fitness and health like online business. And I've been doing it strictly for that. And over the past, I don't know, like 2 years, I've kind of opened that up a little bit more because so I am a partner with the company called Body, right? But I've do a lot of other different things. I do digital marketing, affiliate marketing, network marketing. I have short-term rental properties. I got a lot of stuff. I have a physical product. So I've evolved, obviously we all do, over the past 15 years. But what I realized like 2 years ago is that I was doing this one-on-one mentorship with anybody who wanted to build a business in the same business as I was doing, right? And I was kind of like gatekeeping only for those people. And I realized, and I was creating digital courses, but I called them training series for the people who would join my team. And I still do that today, by the way. I love teaching. I love mentoring women because here's a gift that I have, and I'm very confident in saying this, as one of my gifts is that I can see your potential before you can see it yourself. And then when you start talking to me about ideas and stuff, then I'm like, oh, what if we do this? I love, 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 love. I ask all my friends. I'm always like texting in the middle of the night, random things like, hey, you know what you would be really good at? You should start a business doing this, or you should do this, or you should create a blog doing this, or you need to create an ebook or a course teaching people this. My mind doesn't stop, you guys. This is why I know God is telling me this is what I'm doing what I should be doing for a living, basically. So, and I'll have friends honestly call me like, would you sit down with me? I just need you to help me brainstorm and organize my thoughts so we can get this going. My sister just actually texted me yesterday and we were going back and forth. I'm like, dude, come sit with me face to face. I have ideas and I'm excited for you. And that's another thing about me, and a gift that I have is not only can I see your potential, I am like an energy feeler, and I get just as excited for what is on the horizon for you and your goals and the vision that you have. I have that same vision for you, and I get just as excited. And so my excitement usually it helps you believe in yourself more. You know what I'm saying? Do you have a friend like that? Well, if you don't, I'm your friend like that. Welcome. So what I've been doing, like I said, I was creating these training series in groups for 15 years. And doing them even for corporate, like the company would ask me to help them develop. I remember when I was newer, they were like, what are you doing? We're flying you out here with like, I don't know, like 9 other of the people that were also doing similar things. And we're going to sit here and record you work. Like, teach us what you're doing. And I love teaching. So I'm like, yes, that's fine. Fly me out. I'm coming to LA. And so I love to organize my thoughts and create information and content to teach people how to do what I do or how to do what it is they're wanting to do. Does that make sense? And so I have now evolved where I still grow my business. And like I said, I have all these other businesses that I mentioned, but I also do one on one mentorship with people, like I just explained. And I also create courses. So if somebody, I don't do a lot of one on ones because I have 5 kids and I protect my time and stuff like that. I don't want to get too overwhelmed. So I do take some, but that's obviously for people who really want to make an investment because it is expensive. But for those that don't want that big of an investment, I create courses that are more affordable that you can get. It's not going to be working one on one with me. No. So it's not like I can help you, like I just said with my sister. My sister gets that stuff for free, or one of my best friends, right? That's for free. But what you can do is access that same type of information in my courses. We also have a community called the Creator Circle. So that's another way when I'm mentoring somebody in affiliate marketing, digital marketing, or network marketing. Those are really the 3 ways that I feel confident enough because I do all 3 where I can mentor people to teach them, first of all, what's the difference, and then how to make an income. And it could be an income, I work with all different type of people, women that have different goals. Some people are like, dude, I love my job. I love being a nurse. I love being a teacher. I love but I want to do something else on the side for fun. So I have money for girls' trips or money for shopping or money for groceries or just to help us get ahead. And that's totally fine too. And then I work with women that are like, I want to quit my full time, like how I was 15 years ago. I want to quit my full-time job and I'll do whatever it takes. That's how I was, right? So it's all what you want, right? I'm just here as like, I'll tell you how to do it. I'll give you tips. I'll help you brainstorm. I'll help you believe in yourself. I'll help you get that right mindset. And that's a lot of business coaches out there that you see on the internet and a lot of these courses being sold that they're forgetting the foundation. And that's why when my first course that I came out with, the foundation course, that's why I created that first because of course I wanted to come out with like business and I love the stuff that we're going to talk about today, but I had to take a step back because I looked at the market, I looked at what everybody else was doing and whatever. I'm like, what do I do with my people that I've been mentoring for 15 years? I take them back to square one and we start with the foundation because otherwise you're building all this crap on a house of cards and it comes crumbling down, or you hit your goal and you feel unfulfilled because you're not happy with the person inside you. So we got to get you there. And also, it makes everything else easier when you believe in yourself and you have a positive mindset and you have an abundance mindset and you really do the work on finding what you're good at and what your purpose is. I take you through all of those things module through modules. There's over 28 lessons and there's bonus content in there, all of that in the foundation course. But for those that are like, Mindy, I got it, I don't need the foundation course, then we have other courses like that for you, and the Creator Circle membership community, I should say, that might be for you. So any of those things, go to mindywonder.com if you want information on those things, or just shoot me a DM. But let's get into what I would do if I was doing like a mentorship type of call with you. So let's just say it was somebody that joined the same business as me as a network marketer. So I get them on the phone, right? And I first have to learn about who they are. What's their personality? What drives them? If they're driven, well, kind of like, okay, think about your marriage or your relationships. If you have ever read the book, the five love languages, I'm trying to blank on what that is. It the 5 languages of love or the 5? You get it. You know that you can't be in this relationship and love your spouse the way just because that's how you feel loved. If your love tank is full when somebody is giving you words of affirmation, and so you do that to your spouse, but his love language is physical touch, there's a disconnect, right? So I can't really coach somebody and mentor somebody unless I know what makes you tick. So number one thing I like to do is find that out. Maybe have them take a personality test or just ask questions and get to know you. I can tell. Obviously, I don't need to know your love language, but I want to know what drives you. Is it the recognition of things? Is it the serving of other people? If your goal is, I want to be famous, and I talk about this in my foundation course, you got to be honest with yourself, because you can't say, I want world peace when you really want to be famous, because you're not going to go anywhere, because you're not being authentic with yourself, being truthful to yourself. So you don't know, you're going after something that's really not exciting to you. You get what I mean? And of course, we all want world peace. You get it. I'm using these things as an example. So step number one is I like to find out what makes you tick, what drives you. And it might take a couple of calls working with you, to be honest. I might not be able to figure that out right out of the gates with you, but it does help if I find out your, person. And I'm not, by the way, I'm a Christian. Don't come at me because of the personality test and all that stuff. I believe that God created me so uniquely perfect and there's nobody like me. And God is the only person that knows my heart and who I am, and he created me, and these tests and all these things don't define me. My astrology sign isn't defining me, and I don't think they define you either. But I'm just saying, for the sake of this call, for a mentorship call, it does help me get to know you a little bit better if I know your Enneagram number or if I know your personality type, because then I kind of know what makes you tick and what doesn't make you tick, like what's boring to you. Like, for example, for me, I'm not somebody that wants all the details. I like to skip steps. So if you are going to stay there, like, no, 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 come back here. We have to start here. And it's like, just tell me it all and I'll get to that. I promise. But I'm like a go, 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 go person. I need to do, do, do. And that is my personality type, right? So that's step number one. I figured that out for you. And so you can sit down right now, and if you're taking notes, or if you're going to take notes later, if you're driving in the car, you can figure that out for yourself by taking some personality tests. Enneagram is one that is more Christian based. I'm sure Christians are going to attack me for this. Can I just say what I want to say without being attacked though? Okay, cool. I'm sure a lot of you in the car right now are like, please, I'm so sick of people judging everybody. And other people are like, nope. The cancel culture people just probably hate me. So you can take a personality test like the Enneagram, or Personality Plus is a good book. There's so many out there to figure this out about yourself. Okay. And the next thing is, I want to know what your vision is. I want to know what your dream life is. I want to know what your goals are, what you're into, what you're passionate about. Okay. So for example, if you're like, I have no idea, but what I do know is I hate my job. Okay. Because that's okay too, to figure out what you don't like, and then we can get into what you do like. So if you're not liking your job, or you want more freedom or things like that, I'm telling you guys, now is the best time to be alive. Is 2024, whenever you're listening to this, probably like 10 million times more opportunities in 2025. But online earning is a thing that it's a skill we all can learn. And that's another thing I like to tell you when I'm talking to you on these one-on-ones is, just because you don't have it all figured out, just because you're comparing yourself to all these people on the internet, and you're comparing your chapter 1 to their chapter 15, you got to stop doing that, because guess what? Most of this crap that people are doing is a skill that is learnable. If you are somebody that is very confident, you don't have insecurities, you don't struggle with self-worth, then I would just skip through this ad. But if you do struggle, keep listening. I'll keep it short and sweet, I promise. So if you are somebody who struggles with your self-worth, lacks confidence, doesn't see yourself the way other people see you, and maybe have self-limiting beliefs, and maybe fear has held you back, or you feel stuck. You have that dream, you have that idea that you want to do, but you just never do it because you feel stuck. If that is you, keep listening, because I created the foundation course. I called this the foundation course because that's what it is. It is the foundation that you need to thrive in all areas of your life. And that is my life purpose, to mentor women. And this is what I've been doing for the last 15 years, is mentoring women, helping them believe in themselves and build that confidence and give them all the tools that they need, the foundation that they need to thrive in all areas of their life. In this course, we go over mindset, goal setting, how to build your confidence, how to find your purpose. We will go over self-worth, having an abundance mindset instead of a scarcity mindset. We go over it all across 9 modules, over 28 lessons, and I'm always adding bonus lessons into that foundation course, and you get lifetime access to it. So if that is something that you're interested in, head over to mindywender.com, because we are having a sale on the foundation course right now. It's usually priced at $249, and right now you can grab the course and have lifetime access to it for $199. So just head over to mindywender.com to take advantage of this sale. You know, there's people like Michael Jordan that could do things that a lot of other people couldn't do. Yes, there is some natural ability that plays a role. I feel like for me, one of my gifts, and you have your own gifts, by the way, we all have unique gifts, and we just have to tap into those, which then makes us, explode and find our passion and create a business out of that and find and feel so fulfilled and serve other people. It's like, that's what I do. And that's why I have the best job in the world, because I get to help people go through that journey and figure that out. And it's amazing. So stop comparing yourself to somebody's chapter 15 or 50. You can learn these things. These skills are learnable. You just have to start by trying to figure out what makes you tick and what you don't like and what you do like. So, for example, I just did an interview. You may have listened to it already, or maybe you're going to listen to it next week. But there was a girl that I interviewed. Her name is Jamie, and she fell in love with a guy, and they got married and everything, and he had 3 kids. So she fell into a step mom role. And she was working, she had a full-time job in social work, I believe she said. I'm drawing a blank on that. So she had a full-time job, right? But what she went on the internet to look for is something to help her with being a stepmom, because she was struggling a little bit. And she realized there wasn't a lot of resources out there. There wasn't resources. There weren't like a community. There wasn't anything, right? So what she did with that is she saw the lack on the internet, and she started a blog really just for her own personal use to help her work through things and talk about things. And then she started getting messages as she was blogging, sharing her journey, sharing her struggles, sharing the things she was overcoming, sharing all the things. She started getting messages from people. And that snowballed into her blog taking off, then her starting a podcast. And I'm not saying this is how it went in order at all. I would love to have her back on so we can interview her on that side of things. But so that the blog rolled over into a podcast, which rolled it over into digital courses, which rolled over into creating a community and creating an ebook and doing all of these things. And now she takes one-on-one clients, and this is what her job is. And she feels so happy and fulfilled. She has freedom. She creates her own hours. And it is a business. So don't think just because when you start doing something and you can create your own hours that you're probably going to be more busy. Because there's times where Joey works, I don't know. It's so I think like a 9 to 5, but it isn't. He goes in at whatever, 7 or 3, whatever it is, a full-time job, right? And I don't. But then Joey also isn't working on a Sunday where I could be. Or Joey isn't working on vacation where by the way, I choose to. I want to get up and work and do my things before we head to, say, we go to the parks at Disney World. I like to get my job done beforehand. So you still have a job. So don't be listening to this thinking I'm promoting like, oh, you have this life of freedom that social media portrays, really the highlight reels. Okay, so see what she did there, though? She figured out that something that she was very good at, because it was her life. She's living it, right? She figured that out, and then she created a blog, which led to all these other things. So think about, what is the thing that people ask you about a lot? For example, I have a friend who homeschools her children, and she's excellent. Like, I would suck at that, and she's so good at it. So am I going to create courses or an ebook or do mentorship calls with people about homeschooling? Absolutely not. I don't know anything about that, but she could. She could definitely do that. So that is an idea where she could create an ebook that goes over, a free resource that will serve other people. And this is somebody who I've worked with. And she could create that resource for other people. She can create resources that, like, she can sell on Etsy, like, printable things or whatever. Again, I'm not a homeschooler, so I don't have all the ideas, but I come up with these ideas with the people, and I'm like, okay, so what do you do with your kids on Monday? Monday, tell me the schedule. I need to know all this. And then based off of what you share with me, then I could be like, oh, I got a good idea. Why don't you do this? And then that person comes back at me when we're on a mentorship call, or we could do this. I go, better yet. So see the brainstorming that goes back and forth. Every successful person, whether you're making $1,000 a week, $200 a week, or $1 million a year, $2 million a year, we all have coaches, just FYI, because there's a lot going on up here in our brains, and we've got so many ideas, especially an entrepreneur brain. We're always going, we're always thinking, we're always having ideas. So it's good to have a mentor in your life, a coach in your life, what I do for people, but I hire somebody else to even do that. Even though I'm a mentor and I'm a life coach to other people, and I help people with business and in life, in marketing, all these things, guess what? I need to hire out for myself just as much. So on these mentorship calls, okay, we figure out what makes you tick, right? Figure out, quote unquote, your love language in this business. Then we figure out what you don't want to do and what your vision is, right? So is your vision to quit your full-time job, or is it to just be able to go on a couple trips or take your family on family vacations? What is that for you? To pay off debt? Figure out that vision, figure out then what it's going to take. So, okay, your goal is to quit your full-time job. What does that look like? And what is that going to take? So we have to map that out. And then we figure out the game plan and how we're going to make that happen. And we're going to really focus on your daily routines, habits, and rituals. So I'm here to help you brainstorm and figure it out and find that vision and plant the seeds and believe in you before you believe in yourself, and be that cheerleader for you and help you with the tangible things, right? I can help you with that, right? But then you are the one that has to show up for yourself and do the work on a daily basis. I can't do the work for you. And this was a struggle in the beginning when I first started mentoring women. I'll be honest, 15 years ago, I would have people join my team. Okay. And I would have people join my team, and I would hold their hand, and I would try to do it all for them, because I was like, oh, I can do this for you. I know how to do this. I know how to do this. And what happens when you try to do it all for the person you're mentoring is that they don't believe in themselves. I was hurting them more than I'm helping them. Same thing with parenting. We want our kids to be independent. We don't want to do everything for them. We want to tell them, you are smart. You can figure it out. I'll be right by your side to help you and give you ideas. And like I'm telling you, I do with my one-on-one clients. But I want my kids to believe in themselves and have the confidence that they can figure it out. I am smart. I can figure this out. And I want them to start thinking about, what resources do I have? What resources can I get? What can I do to earn the money to buy that Xbox or whatever it is? I want my kids to be resourceful, independent, confident, happy, healthy children. That is your job as a parent. Your job as a parent isn't to wipe their butts till they're 18 and they have to go out on their own. Oh my goodness, that's a disservice we're doing for the people that I'm mentoring. It's a disservice for them, because they think, well, Mindy did this all for me, so I don't even know what I'm doing, and she must not think that I could do it. She must not believe in me. So why should I believe in myself? And in your kids, same thing. You don't want to send them off to college thinking they can't do anything. And every decision they made, you said, no, 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 I can do it better. No, 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 that's wrong. This is the right way. You don't want them to think that. Confident, happy, healthy children. That's what we want. Confident, happy, healthy clients. That is what I want. So, like what I've learned, so what I started to do is create systems and courses. And this again was 15 years ago. Like I said, it's like everyone's like, oh, everyone's doing this online right now. I've been doing this for 15 freaking years. This is not brand new. It's just I was doing it just for this one thing and now I've expanded. So I would create courses. So when somebody would come to me and say, Mindy, how do I do this? I'm like, did you, that was assigned to me that they didn't go through the course. They didn't go through the training. So go back to lesson 3. I explain it in there. And you know what that tells them? They're say, oh, okay. So next time I have a question, before I ask her, I'm going to be resourceful and I'm going to go look in the training and make sure I've done my due diligence first. And that's what we want. We want to build that confidence. So that's what I do with my one-on-one clients now is I'm here to help you, mentor you, and believe in you and give you all the resources, but you need to do the work every single day. So, and Ed Milet says this, a lot of coaches in the NFL, and I've just heard Deion Sanders talk about this too. It's your daily habits, rituals, and routines that really can help you overall, like get that success, get those goals that you're looking for. A lot of people think it's just like, oh, that natural athlete, right? And like I said, there is natural ability, but I'm telling you, you can learn marketing. You can learn Instagram. You can learn how to create some reels. I mean, oh my gosh, are we kidding here? You can learn to change your mindset. You can change your self-limiting beliefs. And I'm going to tell you this. So if I've lost you and I sound like white noise right now, I want you to turn up the speaker in your car because you were born for greatness. You were born to do the things that you want to do in life. Those goals that you've been thinking about, or that business you want to start, or the digital marketing course you want to create, or the network marketing business that you want to join and you feel stuck, that is because you need to work, you need the foundation and you need to work on your self-worth because that is holding you back because you don't think you're worthy, you don't think you can do it, or you're worried about what everybody else thinks. And everybody else does not pay your freaking bills. You pay your bills. You take your family on family vacations. You travel to Italy. They ain't coming with you. The naysayers, who cares what they think and say about you? You do you. Go after your freaking dreams because I'm telling you, God created you so uniquely, perfectly you. And there's nobody else like you on the planet. And God has given you more potential than you could use in 100 lifetimes. And you were born for this. So if you have been listening to this and you have been thinking, well, I can't because, or this sounds really exciting, I really should do this, but you still have some fear, fear's okay. It's about moving outside your comfort zone, facing your fears and doing it anyway and showing up for yourself anyway. And if not, and for nothing else, and this is the next thing that I go through in my calls after we go through vision and all the things, is we go into why. Why? This is so strong. Please don't skip this part. Why do you want what you want? What is going to drive you? What is going to get you out of bed, especially for you for those of you that have full-time jobs? I was working 50 hours a week and I got my butt out of freaking bed every single day before anybody else woke up so I could work on my side business that I was building because that side business, I knew deep down, that side business was going to give me what? Time, freedom, more quality time with my son, being at home with him every single day and not having to leave him 50 hours a week. That was my why. That doesn't have to be your why, by the way. But what is your why? So you need to figure out that. What makes you tick? What is your vision? What do people always ask you about? Like, what are you good at? What is people saying? You know, another friend of mine, actually, Amber, one of my good friends, Amber Botese, just started a Instagram account. And I freaking love this. I love when people do this kind of stuff. And her and her husband, by the way, Rick, they're really good friends of ours. She is so good at decorating and they have this cute little cottage. And every time I go in there, I'm just like in awe. Like they're just so good at this. She created an Instagram account called, in case you're into like little cottage design and stuff like that. It's called, so it's on Instagram. It's tiny.bass.cottage. That's what it's called. And it's cozy style decor inspiration. So she created an Instagram account just dedicated for that, to that. Now, that's just like my friend Jamie that I told you about. She created a blog for her own personal use. And then that ended up, she saw a need for it. So she created it. And then that led to people messaging her and her serving them. And then she was serving so many people that she thought, I should create an ebook. I should create a course. And then it snowballs from there. So don't think you have to have it all figured out on day one. Okay. Things will evolve and grow. So for example, when I started wanting to branch out and be able to serve more than just my fitness and wellness business community, I thought I want to serve more than that. Like I didn't want to gatekeep. I wanted to serve whoever wanted my help in business mentorship, in life mentorship, in all the things, digital affiliate, network marketing mentorship, whatever it is. I have 15 years of experience. I have built a 7-figure business. That's pretty incredible. And I was dumbing myself down for so long because I was just like, well, yeah, I did that. But I mean, like a lot of people are better than me and a lot of people do much more than I do. But I have a gift, and I know I have a gift because I have been able to create one of the biggest teams in the entire company. And there's multiple multimillionaires within our downline. And so that isn't on accident. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to be like me. I don't want you to sell yourself short or dumb yourself down. You have a gift. And that's what I had this awakening, not last year, the year before, the last couple of years. And I was like, I can serve more people if I open this up. And that's when I went to creating courses, doing one-on-one mentorship, and helping more people. And I feel so fulfilled that I get to do both. It doesn't have to be one or the other. And when I first started thinking that, it started off with me just doing an ebook. And then that took off. And then I led to a podcast. And then I created the Hyper Focus Journal, which had been on my goal list for probably, I don't know, over 5 years. I wanted to create this Hyper Focus Journal. And now that fulfills me so much. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is that when you work with somebody, and now we're working one-on-one with each other right now, I hope that you took some notes or you will go back and listen and take some notes, but that's basically what we do. And then it snowballs that on to the next call or the next module if you are taking a course. And we go through all of these things, but we have to figure out, the last thing that I want to say is we have to figure out your why, because you are not going to get out of bed every single day if it's not strong enough, if it doesn't drive you, if it doesn't excite you, if you don't have a vision and goals. So, in a nutshell, if I had to wrap up this episode, I would say what we go through is figure out what makes you tick, what's your love language when it comes to this, or personality type, figuring out what you don't like and what you do like, figuring out your vision, having a vision for your life, like where is it that you want to go, figuring out your why, a why that makes you cry. That's what I always say. Your why should make you cry. That's how much it should drive you, that you're so passionate about doing this for that reason. And I have multiple whys, by the way. Like I literally have a responsibility to share these things with you every single week that I come on this podcast, because I really do feel I have a responsibility, and I would feel guilty not sharing the things that I share with you on a weekly basis on this podcast. And the same thing in my courses, in the other things that I do. I would feel guilty not sharing this, that I know so deeply within my soul that this hyper focused journal could transform somebody's life. I feel guilty not sharing it. You get what I mean? So you have to have a very strong why, and then have a vision, have a clear vision, and have your vision be very big and very detailed. And then for daily things is the hyper focus journal. To go back to an episode I talk about daily habits, but your habits, rituals, routines, goal setting, and visualization, all of that you do in the hyperfocus journal. And I went through that in my morning routine episode. Go back and listen to that. That is the stuff that you have to do on a daily basis. Right. And then we, like if you and I were working together, we would meet once a week or once every other week. And I would give you some homework assignments to work on based off of the things, obviously, that we were working together on. But really, it's the daily things, guys. It's two things I want to end this with. It's the daily things and it's the compound effect. It's those things in life that are easy to do, but also they're easy not to do. And it takes somebody with a strong why, strong vision, and strong goals to do the things, even when they don't feel like doing it. You know what I mean? And your belief. Your belief. You have to really start working on you and do the work on you and start believing in you and believing that it's all possible, because it is. I don't care if your parents told you that it wasn't and you weren't born. You were born for greatness. You were built for this. You can do this. You can do whatever the frick you want as long as you're willing to move outside your comfort zone and do the work. You can do this. All right? So I'm going to end it there. But I love you guys so much. If this was helpful, please share it with your friends and post it on your social medias. And let's connect on Instagram. Go to Obsessed or Not Interested on Instagram, or go to @MindyWender. And you can always, if you guys want to pick up like my ebook or one of my courses or the Hyper Focus Journal, go to mindywender.com. All of that information that I just said is on there. And if you want to go directly just to get the journal for your daily habits, rituals, and routines, that's hyperfocusmentor.com. Okay, I'll talk to you guys next week. Seriously, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Obsessed or Not Interested podcast. I love connecting with you on social media. So if you guys want, please shoot me a DM at either our podcast Instagram, which is @Obsessed or Not Interested, or even my personal Instagram, which is @MindyWender. I check them both, so either is fine. Oh, and truly, if this has helped you even 1%, if you could do me a huge solid and leave me a rating and review, that would mean the world to me. When you guys do that, here's why I really love it. It's because it helps the podcast be able to reach more women who want and need this. So truly, that is like the best compliment you could ever give me, is just leaving ratings and reviews for this podcast. Anything that I talked about in today's episode, any links or resources, you will find that in the show notes. Thank you for listening to today. Can't wait to chat more in the DMs, and don't forget to tune in next Tuesday.